Alright guys, we have quite a little bit to talk about. Hopefully not too much though, okay? Hopefully not too much. Um, so, I got the gun working. It's coming around under a pound. I'll show it to you probably in the next video. We're going to do a shooting video. We're going to make sure it works and everything. And then we're getting there, okay? The inner barrel is just I can't say nothing but good things about it. Very excited for it. We're going to do a separate video on it. I need to do that soon. I got the sucker. The last test I did was doing really good. Okay, we got under, I think it was like 11. We got it down to 11 for the spread. Very happy. I want to show you guys the trigger assembly. Okay, this is where I had to get a little creative. And I had to do some, I had to remove some stuff. So I think this is where a lot of people might have issues. But once again, you know, if you've been in the airsoft field and if you purchased a lot of frames over the years or you've worked on them, you know it. You can pay $200 for a frame and still have to do a lot of work. I've had to do it on Guns Pro, Airsoft Masterpiece, Airsoft Surgeon frames. You name it, I've done it. Nova, Sear Design, and those frames are $200, $300. Okay, so even with all the work we're doing, remember we're nitpicking because we're doing fine tuning here. We are really trying to push this to the limit. Just whatever. Some people, you guys could buy the same thing, buy all the parts I tell you to buy, and you drop it in, and you're like, hey, why did he have problems? And that's just how it is. Okay. What we have here is we have I want to say, a tolerance issue, a distance issue. It's a combination of the grip with the frame. Do I have it working? Yes. Is it annoying? Yes. Okay. This is the Wii trigger bar we have, and it is ever so slightly longer. Just that 1 millimeter difference we need to hit the disconnector into the Sear. So I've had to retire that sucker because I don't want to mod it, and putting a shim on it, I don't mind putting a shim on it, okay? But yeah, it's just it's an extra thing that he's going to have to worry about, and it's annoying. I wouldn't want to have to worry about that. So honestly, I just take this. And so what? We have a little over travel. It's not like he's doing IPSC. Now, if he's doing IPSC, then I would probably say, okay, yeah, we're going to make this work and we're going to modify the shape of it. But I just don't see the value. And this is where you guys have to make decisions and that make more sense. It makes more sense for me to leave this alone so he has an extra backup for any future gun he builds or anything. He's reducing his collection. Now, if he gets a different setup and this drops in there, good. We saved him $40, and we're just using this weed trigger thing. And for what? And over travel of millimeters we're talking about? It's insane. So this is where you guys need to make decisions. Okay, do I mod? Do I not mod? Do I think about the future? Whatever. Okay? And so that I decided against it, and I'm not worried. Okay? It does well anyway. The shooting fantastic, and you'll get to see in the next video. Okay, the next thing, guys, is let me put this in. You will have to do some work. Okay, this sucker, and you can still see it. It's still getting stuck a little, and you can look at it, and you're gonna have to strain your eyes. Okay, I have bad eyes. I can't even read the damn numbers to my right to see if it's 120 psi or not. I have to squint my eyes, then I see it. But you guys can see it now. Look at the Sear. You guys remember how the Sear wasn't moving at all? Look at that. I got it to move. Okay. We had to do quite some work. And we got the disconnector moving like this. Good. This is what we need. And then what you do is you're gonna pick it up and move it around and make sure there's no friction. Okay, you want it nice and close as possible, and you'll see the shitty, my hands are, I'm not gonna lie, my hands are cramping. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys. Right now I gotta polish it a little bit more. The disconnector, I can feel it is still there. Okay, Sear is done. Let me show you. I had to be creative to get this sucker figured out. Okay, and we're gonna see if it's really okay. look at it. This area had to be reduced overall right here. This area was getting stuck, this area was getting stuck, and this area was getting stuck. And when you look up into it, you can probably even see it. You can see right here. You guys see that right here? It's a little too fat here. Okay, so I just saw that they released a silver one, and what I thought was interesting is they showed a picture of the hammer housing. I'm like, okay, well, do they change something? Maybe they fixed it a little. But you guys can see where the marks are here. So you gotta polish and file. You can look carefully, guys. You can see the scratches. Okay, it is just tedious for me. I'm taking a little freaking file here, and I'm just going. Oops, sorry. I'm back and forth, reducing it, and then I have fits, and I just put the polishing wheel on it, and I have to, do a better grit and everything. Okay, I have over here. Where is it? Okay, you got 400, you got 300, 200, and you just work your way down. Okay, it's tedious and it takes forever. Same thing with the Sear. You can notice now you don't see the machine marks anymore. I had to reduce here. Now look at this. You guys see how? So I got that problem solved. Two areas on the back, the Sear is a little too fat. Okay, so it needed to be reduced, but that's not the biggest thing. Okay, I looked at it and I look at it. And I realized, hey, you know what? This little rolling pin is the biggest issue, okay? Once you guys look carefully, you might be able to see it. Okay, this guy is the biggest issue. Since the hole it goes into is oversized, it just doesn't work. Now watch, I'm going to remove this. Okay, I want you guys to look carefully. Let me try to make sure I'm looking at the camera. Look what I have sitting right there. You see it? You see it? I have this. I tried so many different pieces, but this is what really fixed it. This little piece from this back, and I put it right on the edge, right here. And that keeps it from kissing the wall. What's happening is it's tilting. It's tilting. When it gets to pressure of the valve knocker, it's tilting inwards. And that was just causing so much unnecessary pressure on here. But I'm not going to lie, the cut on here was also bad too. Okay, it needed some work on there, but you can fix that. Okay, first, guys, try this first. Some of you might be lucky. Like the cut wasn't finished on you. I think I showed you guys in the last video. Try this, okay? If you have the same issue as me and you can kind of move this around like it's no big problem, go get one of your airsoft bags. This is I forget what this is, like AIP or something, and it's this bendable plastic. Cut it to size, put it there, and I'm pretty sure I've already tested it. This has stayed there without any super glue, but I'm probably just going to put a tab of super glue in here. And that's that, okay? But remember, like, does this work without it? Yeah, the Sear works without it, but I don't want that. I want this nice and smooth, okay? So, like I said, guys, this is going above and beyond, okay? This is really making sure everything is functioning, everything's moving smooth. And that's the most important thing, okay? My friend is here. I need to go take a shower. We're going to go out and eat. But that's the main thing, guys. For trigger tuning, you want to get things nice and smooth, okay? You don't want any friction here. Okay, you want to be able to run your fingers across it, and it's just nice and buttery smooth, and you feel that you can just, it feels smooth, okay? Once you get that smooth, the next thing you need to do is make sure there's no friction, okay? You can see right here, it still has friction issues, so I still have to reduce more. I have to put it back in here and see where it's hitting. Okay, we are almost there. It's a lot better than before. You guys saw how easy for me to flick it and move it, okay? The next thing you can do is leaf spring. I told you guys already. Make sure you have a good leaf spring, lightweight one. Use Cal or CL. Hammer spring, make sure you're not using 150, 130. Try to use, 120 and below. stock TM is great, 120 is great. If you're using high flows, then yes, you have to trade off, and you're not going to be able to get, you know, these insane trigger pulls. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys. But remember, this, sometimes you guys have to get a little creative. This little spacer right here, this small piece of plastic, plus doing a little work on the Sear, has fixed that issue. You guys saw how smooth that, well, not smooth, but how freely it moves. Okay, look at that little issue right here. So don't be scared to be creative and play around with it. Okay, that's it. Next video we'll do the shooting test video. I think we're good, and I'll show you guys, I'll prove to you guys that it's under a pound trigger pull. We got this working. No crazy modifications. Okay, so everything's good. Now the only thing I do feel a little bad is that, yeah, you know, you can tell we've been testing a lot on here. You can see our mark, but that's, you know, that's we're all the guinea pigs here. Okay. And that's, at least now he knows, and that all you guys know, hey, 1, this kit works. 2, can you push it to the limit? Yes, you can push it to the limit. If you were to do a drop-in, look, some of you guys will get lucky. You can just drop in and call it a day. And then some of you will not get lucky. That is just how airsoft works. The same with, you know, a lot of stuff, okay? And we'll do a, so next video, I think we'll do a shooting video outside. And then I'll bring the trigger pull. So we'll, okay, maybe I'll move the camera outside and then shoot. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna get going. We're going out to eat. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I can already tell there's gonna be people that have trouble. Don't go shooting on 5K, you guys. At the end of the day, remember this. This is $184 for a upper, a frame. This is $115. These run $200, $300. So you're saving a lot of money. And remember, they haven't been doing this for 10 to 15 to 20 years. They are relatively new to it. Less than 5 years. So we got to give them time to grow, to fix their mistakes, and they've already done it for the most of the frames. They remember they messed up on the hammer control box, and they upgraded them to, you know, I think that was in 2022. I wasn't even here, but they upgraded, they fixed it. So they're working towards the right direction. Airsoft custom parts are going to be affordable for people in the near future, and probably less work once they start fine-tuning it. Now, the one thing I'd probably tell them is, hey, the grip probably needs to be adjusted from the trigger area to releasing the disconnector. This is my golden standard. And now, could I mod this to be a little bit longer? Yes, I could, but I don't want to. I don't think it's a wise decision to do that when this one already works, and we don't have, okay, so what, we don't have overtry. I can put a little shim in here, and then, you know, we can call it a day. Okay. But I would advise that they just, based on this, that way we don't need super long ones. I would say this is normal length. TM, Airsoft Masterpiece are normal length. AIP, shorter. Some other companies, there's another one that was popular that was a little short. Nova, Airsoft Masterpiece are pretty much the same length, TM. So it just tends to be a little bit longer, and some other companies might be a little bit longer. Army's Armament or something like that. So if you're having issues with your disconnector or your hammer not releasing, you're feeling like you have to pull really hard. If you feel like you have that issue, try to get a longer trigger bow. Try the shim idea. If the shim idea fixes it, then you know you've got an issue with the frame and the grip. Okay, you've got it's a combination of both, and it's just, if I were to really break it down, that'd be a whole video itself. But okay, guys, remember, polish. Okay, make it smooth, no burrs. Look for any wear and tear in there, and see where it's hitting, and you should be able to flick it and it go back to its position. Okay, with just gravity. Okay. Don't do too much. All right, see you guys around.